just in case you're wondering what all this is about, Nicola and Gareth have been having a finger fight, and she's just dislocated his finger. So that's it's all back.
Hayley.
Thank you to Hayley.
Thank you, Before I start, I have a word of advice for any of the lads here who are going to be best men in the future. If ever you get the chance, try and change the order of the speeches so that you're up first. Failing that, speak to the groom or the father-in-law to actually find out what jokes they're going to do. As you're probably aware, the purpose of the best man's speech is to actually respond on behalf of the bridesmaids, who, it's already been said, all look absolutely stunning. I'm very, very proud of you. You look great. To be fair, if they were ugly, I wouldn't be quite as proud, but... all of these girls they're very, very confident, very opinionated, and they've all got something to say. So it's probably a good thing that I'm actually speaking, otherwise we'd still be here when all the evening guests turn up this evening. Either that, or it'd be the first ever wedding speech that's actually done using Snapchat or WhatsApp. I was delighted when Paul asked me to be the best man. It's obviously a privilege and an honour, and obviously I'm very nervous. Now it's customary to tell lots of hilarious, ridiculous, inappropriate stories to cause embarrassment. And luckily, I've got loads on Tiffany, so here goes. Sorry, it's supposed to be Paul, isn't it? But for Paul, I decided to highlight and appreciate his finer points instead. I've got to know him during weekly, almost weekly, every Sunday we meet up at Sue's for Sunday lunch. And I think some of his points would be, he's intelligent, hard-working, he's well-groomed, generous, carrot. Paul, I can't read your writing. What's that? To be fair, I haven't known Paul for a long time. So, in the stag, in my sober point, during the stags that we've had, I've spoken to his mates, Wayne, Justin, Adam, Sunil, and I've begged them for stories to give me something to obviously take him apart. But they've given me absolutely nothing whatsoever. So Paul, I think you should be very, very proud that you've got some very trustworthy and very, very loyal friends. Either that or you've paid them a lot of money.
The second one.
This is in fact the second time I've actually been asked to be a best man. The first one was my friend Andrew. And unfortunately, 4 weeks before the wedding, it actually got called off. So I did feel a bit of a jinx, and I thought, oh goodness me. So when Paul asked me about being his best man, the last thing I wanted was to have any type of jinxing on the wedding. So to avoid the gods of fate looking down on us, I've done all I can to stay well out of it. So for the stag weekend, we went up to Derby and had a really, really great time. It was really good fun. Paul organised that. for the two stag nights that we've had, both in Oxford. Again, really, really good fun. Paul's organised that. My shirt, our ties that we've got, guys. Buttonholes, Paul's organised that as well. So it might actually appear that I'm probably the worst best man for actually being involved. However, I like to think that a lot of the success for the wedding is actually me not having done anything at all. I would just like to check one thing. Tiffany and Paul have, I think it's fair to say, made quite a good effort in the number of hen parties and stag parties they've actually had. So could I just check, this is just one wedding, isn't it? We're not going to have a second or third one, are we? Paul is very aware that when he's marrying Tiffany, he's marrying into quite a big, extended family. And it's a family who do like to keep themselves to themselves, and they don't interfere with other people's business. The matriarch of the family is Sue, and she's now Paul's mother-in-law. I've been married to Tiffany's sister Natasha for 20 years this year, and so and Gareth, with his little finger, has been married to Tiffany's other sister Nicola for 25 years next month. So, between myself and Gareth, we've got over 45 years' experience of working and dealing with this very special mother-in-law. That's obviously 45 years that experience that Gareth and I could share and guide Paul in the future steps. I repeat that, that's 45 years that we could share. Gareth, what do you think? Do we need to help him out? No, I think we'll just nobody helped us. We'll just exactly. We'll just sit back and watch the fireworks. And if ever it gets boring or dull, we know which buttons to push.
We're still going, and that's the main thing. We're going, and that's what makes it count.
Obviously, I'm exaggerating the comic effect. It's she's lovely. Mad as a box of frogs. I was speaking to Paul last week on our stag night, and I've known Tiffany since she was about 3, maybe 4, and does look, as everybody has said, and quite clearly see, looks absolutely fantastic today. But since she's been 3 or 4, I think it's fair to say that she's challenging. Perhaps demanding might be a better word. And I was talking to Paul about it, and I said, Paul, clearly, you know, you've been together 5 years, fantastic, you're getting married, you're obviously doing something right. You know, what is it? What's the secret behind what's going on? And Paul told me the story. He said it's actually down to when he met Mike. It was the first time they've been courting for a while, and. So they've been courting for a while, and it was the first time that Paul actually got to meet Mike. And as he said, it was actually in the pub, funny enough. Paul was a bit nervous, and but it was all going fine. It was absolutely fine. There was no problem. They were chatting, and it was okay. Tiffany went to the toilet, and then suddenly Mike turned very, very serious, and he said, "Listen to me." He said, "You look like a nice lad, but Tiffany is my baby. She's my English rose." and you treat her as such. You never ever hurt her. Obviously Paul said, yeah, fine, left it at that. Enjoyed the rest of the night. But he said to me, Julian, I had no idea what he really meant. So the next day, he went down to Yarnton Nurseries. He walked past the clematis, past the wisteria, and he got to the roses. And he, you know how the roses have those labels, don't they? And it said, so he got the label, and it said, how to care for a rose. So point 1, requires strong sunlight. So, any chance, he said, Julian, any chance we get, we go down, take her out, we go for nice picnics. We go for holidays, I've taken her to Florida, to Spain, we're going to the Maldives. Anything like that, and it seems to have worked. The second point, it said it needs to be well watered with plenty of nourishment. Tiffany likes to drink, he said. So as much as we can, we socialise, we party, have a really good time. I take her out for romantic meals, and every fortnight I treat her, I cook, and I treat her to her favourite dish. Again, seems fine, it works. Then the last point, it said favourite position, up against the wall.
That table card.
Okay. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I wasn't actually first choice for Paul's best man. I don't think I was even third or fourth choice, but never mind. I'm obviously delighted and very proud to be stood here. I'm glad it's nearly over, but it's just so nice to be able to actually share this day. The person who's not here is a friend of Paul's by the name of Paul Hill. That's his best mate who lives over in the US. And what happened was, this weekend was when Paul and his wife Holly were expecting their baby. So obviously he couldn't commit to actually be here, which is what you think. If we look over here... Sorry. I'm joking. I have, however, I've contacted Paul, again, somebody said through Facebook. I have contacted Paul, and he has given me some words. I said to him, I said, look, it'd be great, you should be here, it's such a shame that you can't be. So he has given me some words to actually read out. So if you don't mind, I will read it word for word.
Oh, lovely.
I shan't do an American accent, it sounds Welsh.
Go on, boy. You guys.
Sorry, congratulations. The big day has arrived, and hopefully everything has gone as planned, minus my absence. I must admit that I write this with a heavy heart, that I could not be with you both on this wonderful occasion. It's good to know that your friend Julian was so gracious to fill my enormous shoes. I'm called Big Paul for a reason. I didn't ask. But seriously, I can now pass the torch that was once mine to the new Big Paul. He does know you, doesn't he? Who has grown up and begun a new life with a beautiful bride and family. I can now say that I have been relegated to playing old Paul. Knocking on 40 isn't easy. Actually, Big Daddy works better. Paul, in all the years I've known you, we have had some great times. It's a shame that an ocean keeps us apart, but I think we would be sick of each other after only 2 weeks. More likely locked up, whichever comes first. Maybe down the road, you can make a trip here with the family. We do have 5 malls to satisfy your addiction to shopping. Plus, I know you must be tired of the Patrick Henry Hall in Virginia. If you play your cards right, We can even get you a bottle of 5-hour energy drink and yell "mind freak" for no reason. I'm sure that means something. It's American, I think. And please, do me a favour. Try to throw Nan into the garden pond at your reception. I know that she would really enjoy it. Or a swim club. Can I have a couple more drinks first? God knows we couldn't get you into the pond. Just remember that although I cannot be there in person, I'm there in spirit, drinking spirits. Sort of like Obi-Wan Kenobi haunting Luke. I hope to always be a source of inspiration as you embark into married life. Although you won't be able to use the Force, you will find that your mind will be tricked a lot, and sometimes the feeling of getting choked with invisible hands. Remember, a happy wife is a happy life, and you will live long. Sorry for all the Star Wars references, but the sting of giving all my toys to Paul is still there. I think you've still got them, haven't you? In closing, I want to say that I'm truly happy that you have found the one, and hope that you live a blessed life together. Love you both, and congratulations. That is all. Take a bow, Julian. Raise your glasses. Cheers. I've almost finished.
Hurry up.
Yeah, sorry.
You're on with it.
Today is obviously a very, very special day. And on behalf of everyone here, I'd actually like to thank Paul and Tiffany for actually inviting us. There's during at our wedding, I proposed a toast that we've been able to continue. That sort of seems appropriate time and again. It just means that we sort of remember back to that day whenever we actually do toast. And I thought about it, and I'd like to possibly give you one that you can use. So during today, lots and lots of people throughout today, throughout tonight, they're going to come by, they're going to wish you all the very best, they're going to be very proud of you, say how beautiful you look, and they'll be right. But they'll also be suggesting that all your dreams will come true. Which is a lovely sentiment, and there is a story of a very wealthy prince where all of his dreams did actually come true. But in fact, he was actually the most unhappy person in the world. When asked why, he'd done everything. He had nothing else to strive for, to live for. Life was very dull and very boring. So, to keep life interesting, to always have something to strive for, I hope that all of your dreams do come true, except one. So therefore, my toast for today, Paul and Tiffany, may your dreams come true, all but one. Thank you.